Still out there?
Didn't quite clear him off a 2, KP.
Not quite. You saw Truex bobble just a little bit. He was back to the gas, trying to get up on the outside just a little bit, but here he is in 1 and 2. He's got that outside line, got that momentum coming down the front stretch.
Race is on, getting into 1. He's going to need to clear him pretty quick. Truex is holding real strong on that outside. Very challenging to get underneath these guys like this. Cars are lighter on their feet, low on air.
Listen, Bubba's making a statement here in this first lap or so. He's saying, I'm not giving this up. You're going to have to take it from him.
Well, here's the thing about this old wore-out surface. You have to manage these tires, but that clean air is so important. That's why you see those 2 cars battling so hard for this stop spot.
As wide as Kansas. 5 races for Rick Ware Racing as Ryan Preece goes by.
Imagine you put the Rocket Man back under behind a Cup car. Doesn't matter. He's been out, qualified well in front of a lot of good cars.
That is the best that a Rick Ware Racing car that was not sourced from Stuart Haas has ever qualified, and Newman's been away.
Wow, funny how that works.
Riding here with Harvick behind Austin Dillon.
You hear him modulating that throttle. Pretty loose.
Already. 6 laps into the race. 6 laps into the race. He's already working the throttle, trying to modulate, trying to figure out where his car sets best and rebalance it with the throttle.
This is a racetrack. This is a race the racetrack place.
Yeah.
You cannot race the competition. Race that racetrack, and if you do that, you're going to be just fine.
At that Plymouth by Petty. 1 year later.
I even had the black flag.
That was a fun time, man.
I'll bet.
That was.
When you were 13 years old, Kyle was talking earlier, what are your memories of coming here for the first time? What was this place like, a super speedway?
Man, it was humongous at the time. You know, we run Bowman Gray, Martinsville, and you come here and, you know, a little over a mile track, and it was just unreal. All the stuff that you see here wasn't here except the racetrack.
So as a boy, you played in the infield, Kyle played in the infield. Then you got to go racing.
He didn't play.
Working in the car?
No, when I was 13 years old, I was in a pit.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah.
Well, I was in a pit.
Okay.
What was it like the first time you came here to drive?
It was just great. You know, it was just a one-groove track through this corner up here. I really loved the racetrack. It never was really good to me, but I loved to run down here because of the challenge of 2 different corners.
I want to ask you one. You brought a true vinyl top car. No, why it came out.
Well, what happened, we cut the top of the roof and stuff to set the roll bar up in it, and we didn't weld the top back down to the roll bar.
There's your answer. There's your answer.
So it was the roof, the steel roof that came out.
The roof come out.
Yeah, the hard
There was paint on the
I
roof.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, old car's pretty good. That 43 looks good out here today.
We're going to find out, ain't we? We've got a long way to go, buddy.
Well, Eric Jones has gained 6 spots, and nobody else has gained more than 4 since the drop of the green flag.
Yeah, I know. I seen when they started, everybody just got in line. Right now, I think they're just filling themselves out, filling the car out, just see what they've got to race with.
21 laps complete. Martin Truex has been out front all but lap 1 so far. Let's check with Larry and get a look at the Brez Tree race strategy for today.
Well, Mike, it's pretty simple, the first element. It's 4 tires every trip to pit road, even if you just run maybe 8, 10, 12 laps. Possibly looking at splitting all 3 stages in half, maybe coming a little bit early before that halfway mark to get a jump on the competition.
I can't drive 55.
Suarez having to overcome a speeding penalty. He was a top 5 car in the first green flag run of this race. As you saw, William Byron got past Bubba Wallace for 2nd place. Martin Truex holding a 4.5-second lead. Of course, the company name changed, and that's about it.
Good looking cars. Saw Jeff down there, part of the 75th anniversary, top 75 drivers. Big smile on his face. Happy to be down there with those legends.
So 8 to go in.
Wound up 6th, I think, in the race, couple laps down. So I was tickled to death, man.
Yeah.
Come back up the road, and I've been working on the cars and all that. Come back up the road, and I told Dale, I might like this racing. You know, it's better than working on the car.
That was a really good idea, by the way. Really, really good idea.
Yeah.
Worked well.
Great career move for Stock Car Racing's all-time winner, Richard Petty and his son Kyle. Thrilled to have them with us here during stage 1 at Darlington. Martin Truex trying to close out stage 1. He has not won a stage in the last 28 races. Not since he swept the stages at New Hampshire has Martin gotten the 10 points and the...
That's Harry Gant's old car there at 99.
I think Truex, he's definitely the car to beat, but I'm telling you, somebody that's entering this conversation is this Ross Chastain in the 1 car. Very fast, starting to get close to Wallace. Look at this battle.
Kyle Larson.
Wow. Harrison having a little bit of gearbox trouble. I'm hearing about having to keep it in 5th gear. You see Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin hounding on him. That's going to be a problem for Harrison Burton, especially when you get into traffic. Going to need that downshift into 4th. Hopefully they can remedy that problem, but it probably doesn't look good, Kyle.
No, it doesn't look good, and that's a perfect example. You saw Hamlin run up on the back of
this Cup Series. Had a speeding penalty on that running 4th. Speeding penalty, now he's trying to hold on to the lead lap. Unbelievable.
That's how fickle racing is and how crazy it is. You put me at the front of the pack, I can run with the leaders. You put me in the mid-pack, I'm just there.
Race for 3rd again, and Martin Truex made a point of gathering up all the stage wins and stage points he could. This will add to his all-time lead of stage race wins as they come off turn number 4. Green and white checkers will be in the air for Martin Truex, picking up his 57th career stage win. Wallace holds off Chastain for 3rd, Byron 2nd. Kyle Busch, Keselowski, Stenhouse, Harvick, Reddick, and Christopher Bell pick up the stage points in stage 1. Thanks to Richard and Kyle Petty for joining us for this great stage at Darlington. Here's Martin Truex, your stage 1 winner. William Byron has just kind of methodically made his way right up into contention behind Martin Truex. Finishes up this first stage in 2nd spot. I'm going to keep an eye on that 24. I mean, Jeff Gordon, you know, he got honored today. I like that. I get around that. All right, Larry Mack and Jamie.
Yeah, Mike, I went back a little bit deeper inside the top 10. Christopher Bell had never had a top 10 in Darlington until last year. We know how many top 10s he's had this year. Qualified 16th, and on that last restart until the end of stage 1, made up 10 positions to get inside the top 10.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Eric Jones. I know he started off the weekend with a little bit of a stomach bug, but started in 28th, he's up to 16th. He's won at Darlington twice.
This is the driver that choose right there.
I think he's one that you got to keep your eye on.
Those are your Crown Bank ones to watch. Nobody picked Martin Truex because we have a no-push rule here. No FS1. And
That's the obvious.
when you lead all but 1 lap, nobody needs to pick you.
I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Stenhouse Jr. I mean, I really thought that he would fall out of that top 10, and he's still holding steady right there in 7th. Look down the list. Harrison Burton in 11th, having gearbox issues, still right there, needing some good things and a good turnaround.
There is Burton. You saw him battling. He was in the top 10 for most
99
of
and Jeff
stage
Burton.
1.
You want to talk about a rebound? I mean,
So good to me. I met her early on, and she told me that I was part of this group, and it really hit home with me. I feel like I lived a dream. I got to do something that, you know, guys like you and myself just literally dreamed about. And so it's very important for me to come back here and just show how much appreciation I have for NASCAR, all the fans, all the drivers. It's been great.
Well, we're thrilled to have you back because, you know, when people are away, everybody's imagination goes rampant. And on the internet, there's the meme, one of them, about Carl and the farm.
I did have to shave before I showed up today. And I said I couldn't wear the hat. But yeah, it's no, I am the worst farmer. I will not be on the 75 greatest farmers list ever. My brother does a pretty good job, but yeah, Missouri's great.
Still
like
flying?
Flying, yes, flying a lot, having some fun with that. Been volunteering a little bit. Gideon Rescue Company, great folks, and like I said, just enjoying life.
Well, let's get to it because we're about to start stage 2. You did not stage race. How does this look to you?
It's interesting. I can't tell if it would be harder for me as a driver or simpler, but I can tell you this racetrack, I was so excited to be a part of this, just for a lot of reasons we talked about. So difficult. And layering the stages on top of managing tires, the balance, planning for that final stage. It's a really complex race to run well.